Welcome back to the channel, Lancers. I hope that everyone enjoys their Independence Day. Today's video is a tribute to one of my favorite American heroes, Iron Man, with a bit of a War Machine aggressive design. This is a build that was conceptualized for me long before Anthem's release. As you can see in the footage from the 12, 13, 18 Anthem's developers live stream, we will be utilizing the Death from Above marksman rifle and the Rauner's Blaze assault rifle. This Anthem Ranger loadout is designed to maximize flight, durability, weapon, and ultimate damage. Here, we will take to the skies and rain death from above. If you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, then like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The strategy that we will execute here will be to take to the skies and maintain a dominant presence. We want to strive to dominate our enemies from elevated, hovering positions whenever possible. For this loadout, we will be utilizing the Bulwark Point support gear for added protection, as it allows us to create pseudo cover in any location. This is important because we will be airborne primarily and can use this to create corners to peek from while in the air. Our tactic will be to begin our encounters with the weapon boost from the Grand Opening Grenade, focusing on headshots and weak points as much as possible. Prime our targets with either of our primary or secondary weapons, detonate a combo with our assault launcher, and then rinse repeat until target is eliminated. We will want to keep our Grand Opening weapon boost active for as long as we can. A key sub-tactic with this weapon loadout is that we can execute a cycle of primes and detonations for endless combos. We will accomplish this by trying to lead our damage source, being the Death from Above marksman rifle, for a 5-hit streak prime, then detonate. Immediately, we will swap to our Rauner's Blaze for another 5-hit streak prime, then detonate. Now we can swap back to our Death from Above and continue this cycle. This build makes for some intense weapon and gear play and really tests your positioning skills. Hovering provides additional damage resistance in this build and should be maximized as much as practical. Due to the constant combos, our ultimate will charge quickly, so let those rockets fly. Headshots and weak point hits are also important, as each successful hit increases flight time. Being above your targets and firing down has the added benefit of making it easier to land those critical headshots and weak point hits. It is also key to remember that the Ranger's melee is also a primer. Use this to your advantage in close quarters combat to deal combo damage and armor heals. Be creative with your flight and positioning. Use the terrain to your advantage, and when need be, your support gear, Bulwark Point. If you've seen Iron Man do it, then give it a try. Push your aerial dominance to its limit. Enjoy the remainder of the gameplay. Afterwards, we will take a look at the weapons, gear, and components in the Lion's Den to better understand just what's in use here.
Freelancer here. They didn't make it.
Damn! A sad day. We must stay there until the Cypher reviews our fallen friend's link.
can get rid of those hostiles.
I let it go.
Knew you had it in you, Faye. Wasn't worried for a second.
Really? You sounded pretty quiet, you.
I hope that you enjoyed the gameplay. Now let's get into the weapons. For our primary weapon, we'll be using the Death from Above Marksman Rifle. Upgraded Guardian delivers a powerful 3-shot burst. Raptor's Sense, while hovering, increases weak point damage by 235%. Key Inscriptions, plus 225% weapon damage, applies only to this weapon. Plus 23% gear damage, applies to all gear on the Javelin. Plus 45% weak point damage, which applies only to this weapon. Next, we'll be moving on to our secondary weapon, Rauner's Blaze. Upgraded Hammerhead, hardest hitter in Assault class. Ignites the target while on a hit streak of 5. Key Inscriptions, plus 95% shield max, plus 45% luck, which will be converted to armor with the next update. Plus 18% gear recharge, which applies to all gear. Plus 18% weapon damage, which applies to all weapons. Next, we'll be moving on to our grenade, Grand Opening. Upgraded Seeker Grenade, splits into Seeking sub-munitions. Striker's Fury, hitting enemies grants 110% increased weapon damage for 20 seconds. Key Inscriptions, plus 225% blast damage, which applies only to this weapon. Plus 38% luck, which will be converted to armor with the next update. Plus 13% physical damage, which applies to the Javelin overall. Next, we have the Recurring Vengeance for the Assault Launcher. Upgraded Seeking Missile. Combo effect, Impact. Detonating a combo grants 100% charge. Key Inscriptions, plus 250% gear damage, which applies only to this gear. Plus 150% gear damage, which applies only to this gear. Moving on, we have our components. The first being Emergency Power, an inscribed component that augments Javelin ultimate gear and increases damage by 30% of base damage. Ultimate meter refills instantly when armor is critically damaged. Can occur once every 120 seconds. Key Inscriptions, plus 90% armor max, plus 9% damage boost overall for the entire Javelin. Next we have Airborne Advantage. Increases impact damage by 50%, which will affect the Recurring Vengeance, and decreases blast damage by 20%. Hovering increases all resistances by 25%. Key Inscriptions, plus 30%. Support Recharge. Next, we have the Tactical Advantage. Increases engine heat threshold by 50%. Weak point hits lower thruster heat buildup by 80% for 10 seconds. Key Inscriptions, plus 15% overheat delay recovery. This component is key for helping us remain airborne for extended periods of time. Moving on, we have Elemental Ops. Increases fire damage and max heat capacity by 50%, and fire resistance by 50%. On a hit streak of 5, applies acid to target. Key Inscriptions, plus 8% thruster cooldown, plus 15% overheat delay recovery. This component is also key for helping us remain airborne for longer. Our next component, Tip of the Spear, increases combo damage by 60%. Performing a combo restores 40% armor to nearby allies. Key Inscriptions, plus 33% thruster life. Notice that these three components all assist in remaining airborne for longer. I will link in the description the video I created that explains how you can get custom inscriptions on your legendary and masterwork items. Our final component, Soften Blows, increases javelin shields by a large amount, increases damage resistance by 75% for 5 seconds when shields run out. Key inscriptions, plus 28% weapon damage for all weapons, plus 18% weapon damage for all weapons. As mentioned before, for our support gear we'll be utilizing Bulwark Point. Deploys a spherical shield that blocks projectiles over the ranger's position. Key inscriptions, plus 20% gear recharge, which applies only to this gear, plus 28% luck, which will be converted to armor after the update. For our quick overview of LaserSight. For our primary weapon, Death from Above. Secondary, Rounder's Blaze. Gear, Recurring Vengeance. Grand Opening for the grenade. Support, Bulwark Point. Components, Emergency Power, Airborne Advantage, Tactical Advantage, Elemental Ops, Tip of the Spear, and Soften Blows. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive all future videos. And I'll see you in the next video.